breaking news reached us. The time for XRP is now. I'm not referring to hype. I am referring to Wall Street checkmate. These power maneuvers are completely out of control. The Ripple Swell Conference is scheduled to begin on November 4th. This mysterious countdown and BlackRock's tokenized funds. Is it a mystery at all? We are observing the last system, the last play, and the financial industry rapidly getting ready for the largest crypto ETF debut since Bitcoin, since Solana on November 13th. Guess what then, if you've been waiting for the signal? It's this. Not everything is black and white. You can see it with your own eyes. I'll explain why XRP is poised to dominate the upcoming ETF cycle in the coming minutes. Why even Tether's record-breaking 10 billion profit marks the beginning of a new age for you, us, and XRP holders, and how Ripple is covertly creating a banking empire right in front of our eyes. If you're already feeling positive, hit the like button now. I know I am. And leave a remark below XRP to the moon on November 13th. Let's start right here and start pumping XRP power into this algorithm. This cryptocurrency's engine gasoline, baby. It all comes down to the liquidity. Yes, exactly. It's visible on your screen up there. Tether just released a report that showed profits of nearly $10 billion. Take a moment to process that. With a B, that's billion. The billionaire club is that? We're not referring to the club of millionaires. The billionaire club is what we are discussing. And it just applies to 2025 thus far. It isn't a typo. No. $10 billion. They are sitting on records of U.S. Treasury exposure in the wild part. The Fed is manipulating the Treasury to maintain inflation? Yes. What does that indicate? It's easy. Stablecoin titans are keeping pace with global macro strategies. It's not a coincidence either. All of this is happening just before the stories surrounding XRP ETFs are set to blow up. Big money will use Tether when they require secure liquidity to bridge into risky assets like XRP spot ETFs. Have you noticed how the dots join yet? Institutional access plus liquidity. Plus, the infrastructure of Ripple is ideal for ETF inflows. If the setting is beginning to take shape, people, hit that like. I mean, we're giving you the rundown, and leave a remark. I see this underneath. I am aware that we are in agreement. Let's count the number of you who are listening. This Ripple Silence Bank play followed. It is merely taking place in the backdrop. Everyone seems to have forgotten about it. It really goes crazy at this point. I'll blow it myself. Thus, Ripple's application for a national bank charter was submitted more than 120 days ago. Just crypto and silence, no noise, no leaks, no distractions. Know that in crypto, silence is key. Of all your signals, that is the loudest. Ripple is no longer solely focused on making payments. The foundation of a new financial system is being constructed. Do you recall the $25 million paid experiment that Western Union Solana announced? No, Ripple spoke that you could see. Why? Because people's silence is strength. Consider it. Why would a blockchain business require a bank charter then? Give it some serious thought and ask yourself that question. As a result of their transition from payments to custody and complete asset management lending, they already have leadership in place here because of this. There are existing compliance teams in existence. There is no maybe someday about this. This is currently taking place behind the scenes, and those curtains will soon be torn open. Take note of what I say. When this is made public, since it will be authorized and made public, Coinbase's IPO will appear to be a dress rehearsal as a result. Yes, exactly. The discussion of tokenization follows. This will prepare us for the fireworks in the remainder of the film. So, let's get started. Carlos Domingo reveals the next step. The man from Securitas is the one you see on your screen. He is the Chief Executive Officer. Yes, it appears that we have teamed with Ripple and BlackRock on this, and we will be presenting at the Ripple Swell event because, everyone, this is the final piece that is missing from the equation. According to Domingo, tokenization is not just going to happen. It's already started. We're discussing private equity, treasury, money, and real estate, all of which are linked. Who do you think is positioned directly in the center of that innovation? Can you guess who is collaborating on this with Securitized? Ding a ding ding. Ripple was the correct guess, so congratulations. We have legions of people that can deal with inefficiencies in markets that we don't have, and you're more accessible, clearly. Pending the legislative environment makes it simpler for retail people to consume, like huge investors. Thus, in my opinion, it's a fantastic equalizer for financial services. This makes them more easily accessible if it is about the rails, updating the rails, and tokenizing items that aren't already tokenized. It's quicker. Things calm down faster. Who loses out in this situation? It's an excellent question. You mean the incumbents. The middlemen who stand in the way of those transactions. We must update clearinghouses, central securities, depositories, and transfer agents. Therefore, transfer agents believe they will continue to exist, although distributors like wealth management are a more contemporary version of them. Name a few for us. Do you want me to provoke you? Indeed. I would encourage you to consider where people would not want to be in such a future. I believe that the clean dwellings are one of the things that most likely vanishes. Since the blockchain serves as the settlement layer and settles the characteristics, therefore you can settle qualities without the requirement for a middleman. At some point, the clearinghouses will simply announce that they will tokenize what? Look, they can see its direction. Why, in your opinion, do they collaborate with Ripple here? They are discussing clearing, and since the blockchain will take care of everything, those settlement buildings will disappear. Continue to listen. In their stock as well. They're already saying that, but it doesn't really make a difference, does it? Tokenization, then, is about altering the market structure to reduce the number of middlemen. Therefore, tokenization and organizing things doesn't truly help the market structure if the current middlemen simply remain intermediaries. Do most people not even notice? Will end users even notice if we reach to a point where everything is tokenized? It's an excellent question. Accordingly, I believe that tokenization and tokenized finance will eventually become finance, just as internet companies are now just businesses. Therefore, I believe that blockchains will eventually just vanish as another piece of technology behind the scenes once they are integrated into consumer endpoints. The internet is no different. You may recall that in the past you needed a modem, dial-up, and other devices. Additionally, everything is transparent and linked to the internet these days. Correct. Thus, I do believe in blockchains. Dial-up days are back. The blockchain he concludes with is linked to everything. Everything is clear. Coin trading is no longer the focus of this. All of this has to do with digitizing the riches of the world. All assets, including bonds and shares, will be tokenized, and who will serve as the link between that system and your conventional finance? You guessed it. It's the liquidity rails of XRP. We've been positioned for that the whole time. People watching this, you haven't yet clicked the like button. Now hurry up. What about someone who creates content? Click like and subscribe to the channel. After that, we move on to September 23rd. This was approximately 1 month ago, or little more than a month ago. 5 weeks is what we'll call it. You have a power play here. Securitize and Ripple are collaborating to allow RLUSD smart contracts, which will power the Venex V Build Treasury Funds and BlackRock's Build Fund. The biggest asset management in the world is currently utilizing Ripple's infrastructure for tokenized assets. You're prepared for what lies ahead. When history is written, this is the point at which people will look back and say, that's when it all started. So hit that like button, leave a comment below, and share this with one person who still believes XRP is sleeping. Stay out loud and arrive early. Keep XRP strong. I'll be seeing everyone on November 13th.